Hello, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. This particular episode, we're going to talk a little bit about somewhat of an unknown petition. It's called a Parole in Place petition, or PIP. And a lot of times people either have a misunderstanding of it, they don't know what it's about, or they don't realize that they might qualify. So let me give a little explanation. First of all, let's just pretend that you got married, okay? And let's say you married a US citizen and you're inside the US, but you entered illegally. So pretty much, minus some very narrow exceptions, you don't qualify to adjust status in the US. You would have to leave the United States, apply for a waiver of inadmissibility most likely, fear not being able to come back, and then having to go to the foreign country for the interview and possible denial. So a lot of times people won't even decide to leave the United States for that very reason. They won't do anything with their petitions. They'll just stay here illegally without following up, even though they may qualify for something. So what is the parole in place? Well, let's say that your spouse is either in the military or used to be in the military. Um, because of that, they give exceptions to not being able to adjust. If the parole in place is filed because the petitioner used to be or is in the military and they approve it, then you qualify to adjust inside the United States. Just think about it. You now have a way under these circumstances of not having to leave the country, not having to apply for a waiver, not having to fear that you won't be allowed to come back, and all the while you're able to file and hopefully get it approved. Now, it's not automatic. A lot of people think that the parole in place, you fill out a couple forms, send it in, and a week later you get the approved stamp on it. It doesn't work like that. Normally when my office does it, we do the declaration, affidavit, supporting evidence, the legal brief. You basically have to convince the officer why they should grant a parole in place petition. But if the choice is between not, going to be able to adjust and ultimately being able to, then this is the best solution for you. So if you like the video, click like, subscribe, and more on the coming videos. Thank you.